Get ready with me while I'll tell you the story of how I ran away when I was 14 years old, got sent to a mental hospital, and then got sent to rehab. So this all takes back place in like 2016. Okay, so when I was in middle school, I was just always a bad kid leading up to high school. Started smoking at the age of 13, drinking at the age of 14, just fighting people, doing bad stuff. Yeah, I was that hot Cheeto girl. So in middle school, I met my ex-best friend. I'm not gonna name her name just out of respect for her. We'll just name her Tatiana. We met in middle school, and ever since we were just like that. We were locked in, we were besties. At the time, I was just going through a lot with my mom. I had a very bad relationship with my mom. I just felt so much more comfortable staying at my best friend's house. So I hate to be that person, but like Tatiana kind of introduced me to like marijuana and like alcohol and stuff. Like I was in the wrong too. At the time, I was just trying to like fill the void. I had so much anger built up towards my dad, my mom, just my family in general. And at first, like, my mom really loved Tatiana, okay, but not for long. Things went downhill very fucking fast. Halfway through middle school, I attempted to myself. That's when everybody like woke the fuck up. You know, Megan needs help. So when that happened, you know, I got sent to the hospital. I don't want to go too much into that. I got sent back to my grandma's house and I lived with her for like almost a year. I had like a big mental breakdown because like I missed my best friend. I lived with my grandma again. She was like trying to change everything about me. My grandma did not want me talking to Tatiana. I wasn't standing for that. So me and my grandma got into a big fight and it got really physical, and I told my mom like, hey, you need to come fucking pick me up like right now. My mom picks me up, and then my grandma was like, yeah, take her ass, like I don't want to fucking live with her anymore. So I lived back with my mom. I went back to my middle school that I already went to in the first place, and I got to see Tatiana again and all my old friends. I was so happy. Then I just went back to all the bad habits. I just loved the hood. I love the streets. Streets killed me. Yeah, my mom seen that, you know, I was turning up my bad habits again, like smoking pot, doing drugs, drinking, fighting. My mom did not want me seeing Tatiana anymore, and I was fucking pissed the fuck off. My mom literally took my phone and locked that bitch in the closet. And you know what my ass did? I took a hammer and I fucking smashed that door to get my phone. Baby, I was fiending for that phone. Got my phone back and I texted Tatiana and we like linked up or whatever. In walking distance, it was like a 30-minute walk to see each other. We would literally walk 30 minutes over the bridge just to see each other. Me and Tatiana link up. We're like, yeah, girl, this can't happen again. We cannot get separated again. Like, this is not happening. So we make a plan to run away from home. We were 14 years old. And at this time, Tatiana, she had another friend with her that was a runaway. And her friend was kind of messy boots. Like, she had some stuff going on up here. So I told Tatiana, I will run away when my mom falls asleep. I will take her money or food, essentials. I was serious about running away. Like, I did not want to go back home. I made a plan to sleep under the bridge, start a new life. I go back home, spend one last good day with my mom. Literally take everything I possibly can. I take a bag of clothes. I walk my way over to the bridge, and there's Tatiana, and we'll say messy boots. So I live in Minnesota. There's like a Mississippi bridge. You can go like underneath it and there's like a little layer or whatever. And that's where we slept. No blankets, no nothing. Whatever we had on us. We're smoking a little ganja. And then all of a sudden, Tatiana's big sister calls and she's like, where the fuck are you guys? Yeah, Tatiana's big sister was not having it. She was like, where the fuck are you guys? So Tatiana's sister comes and picks us up. It's like, get your little asses in the car. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, she understood like we were bad kids, you know? So we hop in the car. Tatiana's older sister's boyfriend is like a drug dealer. You know, he always gave us like supply of, you know, ganja, whatever. He's just passing us blunts on blunts. I've never gotten so fucking high in my life. I'll always remember when we stopped at a gas station. Literally jumped out of the car and I crawled on top of the car and I was just like, ah! Always remember this gas station lady was like, I want what she's on. And it's just like, oh my god. Back at Tatiana's house. This time it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I had to sleep in her closet. Her dad finding me and then her dad telling my mom. I just remember that being the best sleep of my life. Rolling around in the morning time, her dad comes in her room and goes, bah, bah, bah. Megan in the closet, where is she? And Tatiana's dad is like, Megan's mom is outside. Tatiana's big sister are like trying to deny that I'm in the closet. It's like, okay, you guys, like I'm just gonna get out. The police were there. Mom called the police. It was just so fucking crazy. I get out of the closet and my mom's there and she's like, Megan, What are you doing here? What about it? Like, you got me. You got me. I don't know how she fucking found me. I think my grandma had like a tracker on my phone. The police are there and I'm scared shitless because I don't have a good background with police. You like put your hands behind your back like we're taking you to the mental hospital. And I look over at Tatiana. I'm like, bye. Like, I love you. And they send me to a mental hospital. Like, remember the mental hospital being called like 6A? It's not the mental hospital I went to when I tried to myself. And, like, I had to take off my pants. I had a cough in front of them. Like, it was fucking weird. I had to tell them like my whole background and like what drugs I did. I was at that mental hospital for about a week, and then my mom and my grandma made the decision to send me off to St. Cloud. St. Cloud was a rehab center that you went to for like 3 months. I'm not gonna go too much into like my time at the mental hospital and the rehab center. If you guys want a story time on that, it's fucking crazy. So yeah, my mom picks me up from the mental hospital and she drives me all the way to St. Cloud, and I remember just begging her, please don't take me here, please don't take me here. And she was like, I have no other choice for you, Megan. Like, I need to do this or else like I'm mentally gonna go insane. I end up at the rehab center for 3 months and I almost got kicked out for finding somebody there. If you guys want to know more about the mental hospital and rehab, I will make another story time. I don't want the story time being so long. Here's the makeup look, cute, simple. But yeah, if you learned anything from this, don't run away, kids. Don't run away.
Hey guys, get ready to me for the gym while I talk about the most embarrassing thing that happened to me yesterday. So basically, 2 days ago, I was working, and if you didn't know, I work at Chipotle. I feel like I've said that a lot of times. And at the Chipotle I work at, there's been a softball tournament for the past like week, and I think it's gonna happen the week after. But so basically it was dead the whole night. I was on aux, like it was all going good, and suddenly at I think it was 9 o'clock, we get this rush of teenage boys and like a bunch of softball fans, and I instantly like locked in. I was so locked in. I was like, okay, I'm so locked in. Like, I didn't even think of what music was playing. I didn't hear anything. Mind you, I've been on aux all day because I got there at 3 o'clock. So I ran out of songs to play, so I started playing this playlist called Late Summer Vibes. And I didn't really check out the playlist. I knew a few songs of it. And then this Mac Miller song starts playing. I've never heard this Mac Miller song before. It was so normal. It was featuring Kendrick Lamar, called Fight the Feeling. If you guys know this song, then you probably know where this is about to go. But please listen to the outro of that song. And the outro of that song started playing in full blast at Chipotle. And I didn't hear it at first because I was just so locked in and I didn't know anything was playing. So I just tuned out and I didn't hear the music. Then all of a sudden they're like, Naiwal, what is playing? What is playing? And I was so fucking confused. I was so confused what they were talking about. Then I started hearing the noise. I was like, what is on my phone? And it was that song, Fight the Feeling by Mac Miller. And all these teenage boys start laughing in the lobby. They're like, oh, who's getting freaky in the back? And the whole, like, crew just starts laughing. Then I immediately, like, disconnect from aux because that was the most embarrassing thing ever. Well, I will probably never reconnect to aux at Chipotle on the big speaker. So that was not it. Anyways, that's my little story time. I'm just going to continue with the boring stuff of what I'm doing today. I dropped my sister off at this arcade thing. I don't know what it was. I'm only wearing makeup to the gym because I feel like I work out better when I look better and feel just better. I don't know. Hey, I'm supposed to be hitting quads, but I don't know if that's gonna happen because I thought today was Wednesday and this whole time it's Thursday. I hit glutes on Monday, but I guess it started being quad dominant and now I just feel it really badly in my quads. This is my gym fit today. Very cute. If I'm still feeling like my quads hurt very badly, then I'm just gonna do arms, and I enjoy arms. I love it. I used to hate on it because I used to be one of those girls. I was like, I don't want my arms so bulky, but then I started hitting arms and I was like, okay, I like to find triceps and biceps a lot, actually. I've been looking so tired also because I've been forgetting to take my iron pills, so I'm gonna take my iron pill on camera so I remember to do it. I made this gorgeous looking smoothie. It has so much protein in here too, and it tastes so good with all real fruits. No juice, no sherbet. This is your sign to go make your own smoothies and not waste money on those sugary, disgusting smoothies that have thousands and thousands of calories that have no actual fruit in them. I also want to do some form of cardio today, so I just need to do that. Normally I don't sweat as much as the gym, but when I hit glutes the other day, I was sweating so much because I was lifting so heavy. I train arms, like triceps, biceps. I don't lift that heavy. I don't ever go past 15 pounds. The only other days that I lift heavy-ish is when I hit back. I actually got my back so defined in the past, like, 5-6 months, and I would love to film a video at the gym, but I'm just too anxious and too nervous. All my hair ties and lip products are apparently in my car, so I'm gonna finish getting ready in there. But peace out and hope you guys have a nice day, and let me know if you guys want an in-depth back and by routine, because I low-key will give you guys one.
Get ready with me while I tell you my ultimate lore. One time I stole my mom's credit card, Uber to Massachusetts, got caught, sent to the hospital all on the same day, and caught a few charges. I never like talked to anybody about this because I'm kind of embarrassed. Long story short, I was going through it. I was grounded. I was just not feeling it. I was already going through it, plus like disciplines on top of that, so that low-key makes me go crazy. So I had to do something about it. I couldn't just sit there and do nothing. One of my good friends from Mass that I know personally, this person's like, oh, you can stay with me, this and that, blah, blah, blah. You already know. I was out. I took my mom's credit card. I used it. Over to Mass, and it wasn't even long. It was, I literally like fell asleep in the back with no phone, just a MacBook. I wasn't even there for an hour, and then my fucking father shows up. He got something in his head that's like, oh, I feel my daughter's here. I feel my daughter's right there. Yep. Because while I was having my 30 minutes of freedom in Massachusetts, I'm sitting, you know, chilling with my little friend. I hear knocking, banging on the door. This person tells me to look outside to see who it is. Looked out the mirror and seen all of them. I'm like so fucking confused because I was here for like 30 minutes. Basically, the person I was with like kicked me out. And I'm like, chill, like you don't even know what you're doing to me, like chill, you know, young me was just hard-headed and fucking stupid. And then this person was like trying to push me, and I'm like, don't push me. Like I was getting snappy because don't fucking touch me. I'm leaving. I'm grabbing my shit. Those cops surrounding us, and my parents was there, and I'm over here arguing with the cops. They were like, you either go to a juvenile something, or go home, or go to the hospital. If I go home, I'm going to the hospital. And anyways, I'm already knowing how my dad operates, so I said neither. I grabbed my shit. I started walking the opposite direction. Follow me, whatever. And then I get a charge for something about interrupting like traffic because it was their fault. Okay, y'all should have just let me. I'm joking, but yeah. When I finally like surrendered, I got put in the back of in the stretcher. And yeah, I was resisting because I wasn't trying to do all that. I was going through it. I was just trying to be free, you feel me? Yeah, I ended up in the hospital in Massachusetts. I was there for a night. Fuck is wrong with my brows? Oh my gosh, I hate being a female. I'm about to turn into a fucking stud. Yeah, I was in the hospital in Mass for a minute, for like a day or whatever. And then they basically transferred me back to, this is not my shade, I know it's not, suck my dick. They transferred me to the hospital that's near my house, and that one is like mixed with like adults, so I fucking hate that. Like, sit in a room, it's like a jail cell. Like, you sit in a room all day, you can't do shit but watch TV. And the food there is just fucking gross, because hospital food gives me the ick. But yeah. And then after that, they transferred me to a hospital in Manchester, which is like an hour away from where I was living. So yeah, I was there. I was in the Manchester hospital for like 3 days. Well, basically a whole week in and out of hospitals. Anyways, I left the hospital feeling like a brand new person. I was quiet, like I didn't want to talk to nobody. I just felt new, refreshed. Because I just been through so much in in the span of a week. Is like I just didn't feel like socializing. But yeah, I feel like that kind of needed to happen because that whole span I was like going fucking insane. I'm a healed person now, I think. And yeah, too much blush. I ended up getting my phone back shortly after, and I came back mad skinny. I was so skinny, and I was feeling it. My little petite body. But then I gained back on my weight real quick. Trust the process, okay? Just trust it. I don't know if I could trust it myself, but just trust it. Ever since then, I haven't done any crazy shit after that. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of snapped me back into reality. I think I cannot speak on like of this lore on the phone because I just can't. But I don't know if that was after or before the hospital. But yeah, ever since that era of my life, I haven't done none fucking crazy. Cause I just pretend none of that shit ever happened in my head, even though I know, but I pretend not to. I don't know why I feel like my base 8. I don't know if my mind is deceiving me because I don't do makeup anymore, but let me know. I'm that scared because this is the part where I do the makeup look. I don't have red eyeshadow, sadly, and I am devastated because I wanted to use red eyeshadow so bad. I use lip liner, and yeah. I just know it's gonna be impossible to get this on this eye because eyeliner's not my shit at all. Final look, yeah, it was that serious. But I don't know if I like it. I don't know if more could be done, but yeah, this is the final look. This is how it looks for the side part. Side part shows more the, you know, the design that's been done, but I feel so cutesy. Thank you for watching, bye.
Story time. When I was 10 years old, how I got a bunch of porn sent to my phone. So basically when I was 10, that's when I found out about Roblox. Side note, I found out about Roblox because my friends in elementary school were playing it and they wouldn't tell me the name of the game, so I had to figure it out myself because they didn't want me to play with them. Anyway, sorry, not to like trauma dump, but I find out about this game called Roblox, right? Finally download it, I play it, and my mom won't give me any Robux, but I had heard my friends talk about how they did surveys online and they got free Robux. So I'm like, bet, like, bitch, I'm doing that. The did was I searched free Robux. Okay, girl. So when I searched free Robux, the first website that popped up, I clicked it and I just did the quiz because I'm thinking it's the first one, girl. It's the most popular one. And I asked for my username on Roblox and I put it. Everything's cool. It asked me allow to send notification. I'm thinking that's like they're gonna send me a notification when the Robux hit my account, like hello. So I do that, bam, a bunch of fucking porn it's sent to my phone. Like I'm talking about like thousands of like pop-ups are sent to my phone. I'm 10 years old. I'm seeing like naked breasts, everything, and it would not stop. I tried turning off my phone, girl. No, that shit was, it would not fucking stop. So eventually I had to call my grandma and tell her like this thing is fucking trying to hack my phone, like hello. So she finally figured out how to stop it, but I was so scared. Like it was so bad. It literally like, it was like, I kid you not, like 1,000 pop-up ads. That's how I got a bunch of porn sent to my phone. So yeah, thanks for watching, bye.
So this one time I go to a gas station and I see this guy, and you know how like you see a guy and you just know he's about to harass you? Yeah. So he goes, hey, hey, hey. I'm pretending I can't fucking hear him, obviously, and he walks in front of me. Hey. So now I have to fucking talk to him. So he goes, you look familiar. I said, no, I don't. I'm not even from here. He goes, well, where are you from? Missouri. I don't know why I said that. I literally don't know a single fucking thing about Missouri. But that's what I said. And he goes, oh, well, let me buy your stuff. No need. I don't want to talk to you. He grabs my stuff and walks to the front of the store. I don't want to cause a scene. So I was like, fuck it. You can buy it. Whatever. Transaction ends. I leave. Of course, I'm parked at the fucking gas pump because I needed gas. And lo and behold, shocked to freaking nobody, he follows me to the freaking gas pump. And he goes, let me pay for your gas. I wasn't going to turn down free gas, obviously. So he starts pumping the gas, and then he goes, so I'm trying to get your phone number. Like, no duh, obviously you're trying to get my fucking phone number. Now, normally I just give people a fake number and, like, fucking keep it pushing, you know? But I just felt like he was going to call me and, like, let me make sure it's a real number, right? Like, and that's exactly what the fuck he did. So I gave him the number, he leaves, and he immediately starts blowing my fucking phone up. I block him because I have common fucking sense. You guys, I'm not even fucking kidding. I see him a week later at the same gas station. A couple things to keep in mind here though. I have two phones and they're like linked to each other. So if I block you on my main phone, I'll still get your messages on my second phone. So technically your message will still say delivered because it went to my second phone, just I won't see it on my personal phone. And then the first time I saw him, I had like my hair straight, full beat, whatever. And then the next time I saw him, I had like my curly hair, no makeup, whatever. So I see him again. He comes up to me. Why haven't you answered any of my messages? Like, da-da-da-da-da, whatever the fuck. I pretend I don't know who he is. I go, what? Who, like, do I know you? And he goes, don't act stupid. I saw you last week, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, no, I literally don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And he goes, yeah, you're Kelsey. You're from Missouri. You're da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh, you know my sister. He's like, what? Like, da-da-da. I go, yeah. I pull up my second phone, go through my second Instagram to my main Instagram, and I go, her? And he goes, oh, yeah. And then I was like, yeah, like, that's my sister. Like, not to be confused with me, right? And he, like, starts apologizing for, like, literally causing this fucking scene, yelling at me about it, and then he offers to pay for my stuff. Again. Y'all, he just would not take no for a fucking answer. So he buys the stuff again, and then had the audacity to then ask me, oh, well then, can I get your number? I go, aren't you trying to talk to my sister? And he's like, no, sir. I get in my car and I left. Y'all, when I tell you I never went back to that gas station again, never.
So a guy offered me $10,000 a month to be his sugar baby. So I was a freshman in college, you know, a little brokey, and I always was looking up ways to make like money online. So I came across this video on YouTube of this girl saying how she became a sugar baby. In the video, she explained that she met this guy through Seeking Arrangements. Seeking Arrangements is basically this dating site for sugar daddies and sugar babies. So in the video, I saw that the girl was saying like some guys, they'll pay just for your company and like you don't have to even kiss them or anything. I make my account and I get it verified. Time passes and I start getting mad messages from older white rich men. Yeah. You know, they were not cute at all because I don't like older men, but they had the big pockets. I started talking to this one man, let's call him Senor, because he was an older man. He was like in his 40s. He tells me that he wants to talk to me through FaceTime. I'm like, what should I do? What should I do? Ding! Oh my God, my phone camera is broken. And then he was like, whoa, why haven't you gotten it fixed? And I'm like, I mean, there's a reason why I'm on this website. And then I told him, like, right now I'm not working, so I haven't had the money. Mind you, that was a lie. Like, my camera worked perfectly fine. Me and him, like, got more comfortable. So comfortable that he told me, like, how much would they charge you to fix your camera? I don't remember how much I told him, truthfully, probably like 100 something. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna send it to you. He sends me the money. Next day comes and I tell him like I'm gonna go pay off my screen, but like there's really no point because my phone is not even connected. And he was like, why is it not connected? I'm like, because I haven't been able to pay it. And he was like, oh, how much you pay a month? And I'm like, oh, I just pay like $98. And he was like, oh, you like trying to scam me? And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to scam you. I'm literally just telling you the truth. He said like, I'm gonna pay your phone bill, but once you get to the place, like FaceTime me so I could really see that you're telling me the truth. One of my friends actually works in T-Mobile. I literally was like, girl, are you working today? And I basically tell her what happened. So I get to T-Mobile, I connect to the Wi-Fi, and I FaceTime him. So he sends me the money and everything, blah, 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 blah. So then my smart ass, I'm like, wait a minute. Let me tell him that I am late in payments, so I had to pay more. So I literally tell him like, I'm here and they're telling me that I can't pay the month because I'm already late in some payments and I owe about like $300. I don't remember how much I said, but it was like around, it was more than 100. He was like, oh my God, are you serious? I was like, yes, I can actually put the representative on the phone if you want. He was like, no, you don't have to do none of that. But again, the only reason why he was like being so nice to me is because we had really like genuinely good conversations. He sends me the money and I'm like, all right, baby, my phone is paid off. Comes the nighttime, me and my friends will go like to this gazebo in our campus and like smoke. That day, my best friend came to visit me. While we're there smoking and joking, I tell them like the whole thing and I told them how I just made mad money. So then my best friend was like, all right, girl, say less. That's it. I'm gonna make my account. Comes the next day and my best friend's account is verified. So now we're both on this. She starts talking to this Asian man. That one was handsome. The one that she was talking to was handsome. He was like in his late 40s too. So I was telling my best friend like, girl, we gotta go on a date with these men so we can really make that money. Cause in the video, the girl said that she got paid for every date that she went on. So my best friend was like, oh, fine. Luckily, Senor was already fiending to see me. He kept telling me, he's like, girl, but like, when am I gonna meet you in person? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm actually free on Saturday. My best friend also tells the guy that she's talking to that she's gonna go on a date with him too. Senor asks me what restaurant you wanna go to. My favorite restaurant at that time was a Sugar Factory. So I told him the Sugar Factory. So like 2 days passed or whatever, and I'm talking to Senor. he tells me like, is there any way I can send him like a sexy picture? And I was like, I mean, of course, babes. You just gotta pay for it. I go online and I get a picture of a girl that looks similar to me. And I send him a picture of her chichis. He's like, whoa, why can't I see your face? And I tell him like, because at the end of the day, I'm just getting to know you. And he then sent the money. So then after that, he sends me more money. He's like, can I get like a picture of your back? And I'm like, yeah, of course, daddy. Comes Saturday and it's time for our date. My best friend and I, we get dressed like grown ladies because we wanted to look like older than what we are. Her date was before mine. So I go with her to like her date and I wait outside. She goes inside. There's like lounge that's on top of a hotel. The whole time she's upstairs, we're on the phone because God forbid, like some crazy stuff happens. Like I need to make sure like I can run upstairs and I get her. While they're on the date, they're there talking. He proceeds to tell her like, I have a wife and kids, so I don't want like a serious relationship. I just want to take you out like on flights, and I actually booked a room in the hotel today, so me and you can like have fun tonight. My best friend said absolutely not, because at the end of the day, we are not trying to sell cooch. We're not even trying to kiss these men. We just want the money from them. She literally tells him like, will you excuse me? And gets up. Couple minutes pass, and I see my friend walking outside. So then I tell her, like, oh my God, girl, we still need to get money from him because you haven't gotten nothing from him. I'm gonna look him up on Facebook and see if I find pictures of like his kids and his wife. So I look him up on Facebook and the man popped up. And who was his cover picture? His 2 little kids. And then I also found his wife's Facebook. I screenshot them and I tell my girl like, babe, send this man these pictures and tell him like, if you don't send me $10,000 right now, I'm gonna tell your wife. He responds with, you don't know who you messing with, girl. But just with that little message, I got scared. So I block him right there. Now it's time for my date. I get to the sugar factory and my date tells me like he's already there seated down. I tell the host like, I'm here with Senor. She looks at me like a little off because obviously I look way younger than him. And she takes me to his table. He stands up to greet me. In the pictures that I saw of him, he was a little skinnier. This man was thick. And he was my height. We're there seated down and I felt so uncomfortable. Like I felt like all eyes were on me. My best friend was outside of the restaurant waiting for me too. We start talking and I tell him like, so what's your arrangement? And he tells me like, I'm willing to pay you $10,000 a month to be my girlfriend. And then he proceeds to say like, that obviously would involve us having chaka. I by that point was so uncomfortable, bro, that I tell him like, that sounds good to me. Like I'm willing to do that. I get up and I tell him like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, okay? Mind you, we were still waiting for our food. Ran out of there. Like I literally sped walk out of there. And I tell my best friend like, girl, run. My best friend's like, wait, what's happening? I'm just like, girl, just run. We hit a corner. I'm like, girl, he just offered me $10,000 a month. And she was like, girl, why did he take it? And I told her, because I'm not about to kiss this man. He wants me to be his real girlfriend. I'm not about to do that. And she started dying. She was like, girl, what made us think that we could really be these type of girls? After that, I blocked this man and I never ever used that website again.
So I used to be friends with this girl. Let's call her Bianca. Bianca used to love sleeping with all the girls in our friend group's boyfriends, and I don't know why. Well, Bianca, I was friends with her first. I was friends with her in elementary school, and I just was still friends with her, I guess. But when I first had my boyfriend in high school, my first ever real relationship, not like some like high school boyfriend, like we date and we don't see each other outside of high school. No, like my first actual real boyfriend. She used to call him ugly all the time. She always be like, oh, he's so ugly, blah, blah, blah. He had like pimples at the time. I don't know, but he was my little boo thing. He was kind of a thought at the time. And I guess he already had her on Snapchat, whatever. I was so stupid and innocent at the time. Like, I just didn't think, like, why would I think my friend would try to pursue my man? So one day, this guy's at my house, right? And he tells me, he's like, listen, Bianca's been messaging me on Snapchat. Like, we snap back and forth. And I'm still not thinking, like, okay, why are you messaging her? Why did you not delete her? Like, that's weird, right? I just am in my little head thinking, oh, they're just friends, whatever. Like, you know? So he tells me that Bianca sent him a nude of herself. It was by accident. And then she ended up telling me the same thing the next day because I texted her and I was like, hey, like, what's good with you? Like, why did you do that? And she was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I love you so much. You know, I would not do that on purpose. I'm like 15 at the time, guys. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, you're fine. So I ended up forgiving her. Everything's cool. Me and this guy at the time, let's call him Michael. Me and Michael are on and off at the time. Actually, we were on and off like the whole relationship. We take a break, and on one of those breaks, which was like the summertime, mind you, my parents were so strict, so I barely saw this man like outside of the house because my parents were just really strict like that. So Bianca's parents would let her do whatever she wanted, like at 15, like she was always outside. And one time specifically, they went to the beach. So Michael and Bianca went to the beach. And they went with this other girl that like I wasn't really friends with like that, but she was part of this big friend group we had. Michael would always try to win his way back into my life, right? And he told me, listen, the time we were off, me and Bianca and that other girl that you're kind of friends with, we all went to the beach and they started talking mad, you know, really bad about you. So I was like, oh, okay, wow. So I confront her and I texted her and I was like, what's going on? And she was like, oh, it's not like that. He's a liar. Wasn't even like that at all, blah, blah, blah. So I am just like, okay, whatever. I'm not really friends with this girl at the time as much anymore because she became really close friends with that other girl that I'm not really friends with. And so after that, this is when Bianca started really going for all these girls' boyfriends. So I used to be best friends with this one girl. And she ended up telling me that this girl, Bianca, was texting this guy that she was getting to know. And Bianca knew about it. So this girl was like really upset about it, you know, my best friend at the time. And I just felt so bad for her because I'm just like, what is this girl's problem? Like, she's so weird. And I think she ended up confronting her. I'm not really sure what happened after that. But after that happened, Bianca ended up doing the same thing to this other girl we were really close with in the friend group. Except her man. So the other girl I was friends with, they were all like at a hotel one night. And I guess that girl, her man, and Bianca were all, you know, really drunk out of their minds. And Bianca ended up sleeping with this girl's man. And the girl, my friend at the time, told me that apparently she heard everything, but she was too drunk out of her mind to do anything. So she heard Bianca in the room next door getting it on with her man. So this girl, Bianca, she's on one, right? I'm not even friends with this girl no more at this point because I'm just like, oh, hell no. Like, why does this girl still even have friends? Like, this is crazy. Like, there must be some weird fetish going on here that she wants to, you know, be with all these girls' boyfriends. So the girl ends up confronting her the next day, my friend. She ends up confronting Bianca and she's like, what, like, why did you do that? And Bianca started crying and giving her the same story and was like, I was so belligerent out of my mind. So at this point, I'm like, oh my God, like this girl is going to end up messing with the wrong person one day and really get it handed to her. And that's exactly what happened. Bianca ended up becoming in a relationship with someone, and this specific someone ended up cheating on her with this other girl that I went to school with. And Bianca ended up getting her ass beat by this girl because this girl and Bianca's boyfriend were, you know, sleeping with each other. So that same girl, the other girl who was sleeping with Bianca's boyfriend, went to Bianca's house, knocked on her door, and started fighting her. I didn't feel bad, let's say the least, because I thought Bianca just deserved it after a while. Apparently, she told this other girl that we knew that she had a fetish, or she really liked, I guess, messing with girls' boyfriends because it made her feel secure about herself. Like the thought of her being able to get someone else's man, which is just so weird to me. Ladies, if you actually really feel like that, please go seek like therapy or something, because these men will mess with anything. So if you have to get your validation from a man, I think you have other things to worry about in your life, to be honest. I'm so sorry, guys. I had to like finish the rest of my makeup off camera because I don't know how people even tell stories and do their makeup the entire time like that. But I'm no longer friends with Bianca. I think she's like in a really long lasting relationship now. She has absolutely no friends. And yeah, so karma really did catch up to her, because even when she was making new friends, they would just fall out. So yeah, guys, that's what happens when you wanna pick men over your own friendships. And this is the finished look, guys.
I finally got a vanity. Don't play with me. Okay, now let's do a story time while I get ready to go out with my girls. This is gonna be a story time on how I got pregnant at 15. I'll do the how I got pregnant at 18 later. First, my caffeine and protein all in one. So it all started when I was born a fucking 5'8" stallion in freshman year of high school. And as a tall girl, you always go for the tall guy. So my freshman year, my one of my friends, she was like, I dare you to go get the tallest guy in our grades Instagram. And I was like, bet, like, I ain't need much persuading. I was fucking hot and ready, like a Little Caesars pizza since I was in middle school. So freshman year was my thing to do my big one. And I did it. So fast forward, we exchange Instagrams, we start dating, right? Okay, we start dating. COVID hits, school's canceled, school's out, bye high school experience, bye, right out the door. I blame it on COVID that I got pregnant. I blame it on COVID. My mom didn't let me hang out at his house, and she didn't let him come over, but he had a car, so she let me hang out in his car outside. So I was like, girl, I'm about to pop this. I did ask her once what sex was, and she was like, no seas cochina, like, don't fucking do that shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you even ask me that? So I was like, girl, bye. I'm not asking you shit then. Okay, so boom, I fast forwarded. We have been doing the deed for like a couple of months now because there's COVID, and I'm only hanging out in his car for 8 hours. What do you think we're gonna do for 8 hours? Play tic-tac-toe? Rock, paper, scissors? No, bitch. We were getting it on for at least 5 minutes. Excuse my little pregnant story time for next time back there. She's already awake. And then one random ass day on August, my mom is like, I'm about to give birth to your little brother. I was like, girl, already my little brother was too much. She was doing too much already. Because it's like, girl, 15 years later, you gonna have another baby? Okay, whatever. But yeah, so she had my little brother the same day that I found out I was pregnant. I found out I was pregnant at my best friend's house because I was staying at her house because my mom didn't want me to stay at my boyfriend's house. But he brought me a pregnancy test. Took it, thought it was a little prank. I had a really toxic house environment with my mom and my stepdad. We'll get into a little bit of that later in another story time. But yeah, so my mom is giving birth. Let's fast forward this to my mom is giving birth. I had been popping pussy for like the past like 8 months or so. It was good. Life was great. Ish. Or so we thought. Go to part 2 because I'm running out of time. I'm so sorry.
If these girls are at the fair, I will actually be getting jumped. So let's, fingers crossed they're not. I'm not even scared of them. Like, they're short little girls that like think they can fight. But I'm not going with anyone that's going to fight. So it's either like me getting jumped or me taking all of them. Because I'm sorry, but if you act all tough, but you can't run ones and you gotta jump people, that's embarrassing. I'm going to the fair with one of my friends, but like, she doesn't do any of that. Like, she's a very good kid. Actually, I'm a good kid. Bitches just be like pulling shit left and right. Like, I'm not even about that fighting life anymore. It's just like, they think they can fight, but they've never gotten to a fight in their entire life.
And then how much you want to bet? If they do end up fighting me, it's going to be jumping me. It's not going to be like it's not going to be ones. Especially because I'm only going with one person. So like, obviously they're going to feel obligated to jump me. They tried to get with my ex, and the one girl admitted it, like when we were friends. She was like, yeah, we just did that to be like low-key petty. Like, you bitches are so gross. Like, they fuck on the first night, and like they fuck like 18-year-olds when they're like 15. Like, y'all are some kids. They will only talk shit on the internet, but then they walk past you with their head down and swear. Or they do this thing to people, like, where they just scream and then they run. Like, you scary. And that's what happened to me. Like, you fuck with the wrong person and you're going to learn. Like, you can walk around and acting like you're the shit. That's fine. But one day, there will come a day that you fuck with the wrong person and you will be humble. People keep calling me anyways. So yeah, I'll update you guys. I bet nothing's gonna happen because I don't even know if they're there. But I just know if they're there, they're either gonna scream something and run. Jumping me is probably like 10%. I doubt that's gonna happen. Or they're gonna actually run ones, which is gonna be 0%. So, you know what I mean? I feel like people are always like, you pussy, I keep walking. Dude, I'm not fighting you in a public spot when there's cops literally everywhere. Like, I just don't understand why people are like, you pussy, pussy. Like, bro, yep, let me catch a fucking $600 fine just because you want to fight me. Half of you bitches ain't even worth that fine. No, I'm joking. No, guys, I feel like I'm acting, like, scared if I get jumped, but I'm not. Like, because I know they're not going to. And even if they do, they're stupid as fuck. Because on a fairground, there are so many cops. Like, you had to be the dumbest person to do it there. Like, at least catch me, like, lacking where, like, you can't get in trouble. Like, I probably should tell them that. To, like, save them, like, a fine and shit. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is I'm done being so nice to bitches who don't deserve it. I love you guys. Bye.